Welcome to Grateful Heart Health and Wellness. My name is Stephanie Lindsay. Today we're doing a fun yoga flow. It'll be about an hour long and it's meant for a general level of fitness. So there'll be options for modifications as we go. So anything you can't do yet, it's more for inspiration and entertainment's sake. Please modify and take care of yourself. Today's video is to explore, to move, to play, and there will be more explanation-based videos coming soon. Please place any suggestions for future videos in the comment box below. And today's theme is on mindfulness. So we start with our physical bodies in our yoga practice. We start from where we are, and ideally, eventually, we work and use that skill from paying attention to our bodies to paying attention to where our thoughts are. The idea is, no matter what's happening, our thoughts are what creates our experience of what's happening. Please close your eyes, connect to your breath. We start from where we are. Without any judgment, without any criticism, here we are. And this is what's happening. But how are we thinking about what's happening? Can we start with an openness, a willingness to just be here, engage what happens, engage what is, and do our best to make the most of it. Join your palms in front of your chest. Lift the brightness of your heart up into your hands. To begin, we sing the sound Om together one time. Please release your exhale. Inhale. Om. Bow your head to your heart. Honor yourself for showing up for yourself today. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. Sorry to interrupt, but you can follow along on the playlist on Spotify under Stephanie Lindsay, STEFANNELINDSEY. We're doing Yo 95 today, and I'll do my best to put the information down below for that playlist. Please come to your yoga mat and take a child's pose. Child's pose is place your big toes together, knees slightly wider than your hips. Take your hips back to your heels and extend your arms out in front. Place your forehead and tip of nose to your mat. With your arms extended in front, come up high to fingertips. Lift the center of your palm. Lift your upper arm to the ceiling and soften between your shoulder blades. Right between your shoulder blades, soften. Itsy bitsy spider your fingertips forward as you push your hip creases back towards the back of your mat, down towards the floor. Take one deep breath here. Place your palms flat, shift forward on all fours, hands and knees. Bring shoulders over wrists. Spread your fingers like little rays of light coming out of the center of your palm. Line up your pointer fingers parallel to the long edges of your mat. From here, we'll move to hip circles. Please take your hips back to your heels. Off to the left for a big wide circle. Then bring your hips forward towards your hands and off to the right, meeting back at your heels for one circle. Please continue like this. 2 more times. Grip underneath your fingernails. Press down where your fingers meet your palms. Do 3 circles the opposite direction, gripping your hands. Turn your upper inner arm forward and out. That's a lot going on, so manage what you can manage. I think that was 3 circles. cat and cow pose. Inhale, shift your chest forward, take your sitting bones back and wide. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, press your ribs high to the ceiling. You can keep it sort of flowy if you like it like that. Cow pose, pull your heart forward, lift and broaden your sitting bones. Exhale, push through your hands, round your back, tuck chin, tuck tailbone. Inhale, cow pose, pull your heart forward, lift and broaden sitting bones. Push back to a downward facing dog. Grip with strong hands. Feet can be nice and wide. If you have tighter hamstrings, it just helps open them up more gently. Feel free to bend your knees and move this section of your lower back in and up. Push your chest towards the front of your mat. Push your sitting bones high and back to the back of your mat. Pull your navel towards your spine. Push your legs straight. Slowly work your heels towards the floor, even if they don't touch down. One more breath. Walk your feet a little closer towards each other. Push hands down and forward. Feet down and back. Lift heels, bend knees, look to your hands. Tippy toe forward, all the way to your hands. Feet can be hip distance or together, that's your choice. Together is going to be a little more challenging, so listen to yourself. Bend your knees a lot and bring your belly to your thighs, fingertips beside your feet. With your knees bending, pull your chest forward, lengthen your spine. Exhaling, push your legs straight, relax your neck, let your head get heavy. Bending your knees, inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhaling, push your legs straighter, relax your head, soften your neck. Last one like that, bending your knees, pull your chest forward, lengthen your spine. Push your legs straighter, forward fold. Bring hands to hips. Squeeze your elbows towards each other, lift your chin. Push down through your feet, stand up. Extend your arms to the ceiling, look up. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Bend your knees, step your right leg back, lunge. This is a pulsing lunge, so you're pulling into your hips and extending out from your hips. So your front leg can bend and straighten, but the idea is you're trying to pull your muscles from your feet up into your hips. So you're moving your awareness all through your foot, all through your leg, all through your body. From here, we're going to go to a three-legged down dog. Plant your palms firmly. Stretch your left leg straight back. Hold here. This might be good for you, or bend your left leg. Open your left hip on top of your right hip. Feel free to hold, or hip circles. Pull your knees towards each other. Then pull your knee forward towards your belly and off to the left. So you're just doing a big circle, and then rejoin your knees. Forward towards your belly, off to the left, and then back around towards your knee. Forward, to the side, back, and join your knees. Reverse directions. Knee back, side, forward, join your knees. 2 more times. All the while your arms are strengthening. Pull knee to chest, nose to knee. Look forward, step your left foot forward. Pressing into your left foot, lift your right leg up off the floor. Stage 1, get your top leg parallel to the floor. This is good enough. Or bend your top knee, reach your right leg high, grab your left ankle. Good stopping point. Or just like you did in down dog, do a couple of circles. I like to do 3 big wide circles. You're exploring the freedom of your own hips or the lack thereof, whatever's going on for you. With your hands on the floor, lift your left heel and take your right foot outside your left foot. Lower your left heel to the floor, walk your hands off to the left for a side stretch. Push your hips to the right. As your hands crawl to the left, here my right leg is straight, my left leg is bent. I call this an IT band stretch. Walk hands to center, uncross your legs, and take a forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees like we did earlier in the warm-up. Press down to your feet, stand up, stretch your arms up. Look. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor. Inhale, extend. Bend your knees, step your left leg back, lunge. Pulse your legs, so you're pulling into your pelvis and extending out from your hips. Pulling in and extending out, you can shift side to side. Feel where you feel it open, feel where you feel tight. Lovingly embrace it. See what you've got to work with. Plant your palms firmly, stretch your right leg back for 3-legged down dog. Good enough, hold here. Or bend your right knee, open right hip on left hip, and push your hands down and forward. To advance, circle out your leg 3 times each direction. Bring your knee to your chest and your nose to your knee. Exhale. Look forward, step forward. Lift your back leg parallel to the floor. Turn your inner thigh up and your outer hip down. That's stage 1. To advance, bend your knee, grab your right ankle with your right hand, and play with stretching or circle out your leg 3 times each direction. Hands to the floor, lift your right heel, step your left foot to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. IT band stretch, walk your hands to the right, shift your hips to the left. You may feel a stretch in your outer left hip or where your torso meets your hips. You feel the poses where you need them, so you might not feel it there, you'll feel it more where you need it. Left leg is straight, right leg is bent. You can also bring your hands up to a chair or blocks if the floor seems far away. Walk hands to center, uncross your legs, and bow forward. Press down to your feet, stand up, stretch up. Palms to chest, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch up. We're going to do that again. Exhale, bow a little smoother. Inhale, extend forward. Bend your knees. Step your right leg back. Adding on, lift your torso, lift your arms. Squeeze your legs front to back, side to side. If you need to modify here, you can place your back knee on the floor. Otherwise, push your right thigh high to the ceiling. Look up, stretch up. Lower hands to the floor. Press back, 3-legged dog. Left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Keep pushing your right hand down and forward, stay. Or turn your right heel out. Come up high to your left fingertips. Maybe you hover your left fingertips off the floor. So it's like in between down dog and wild thing. Stretch your left knee and left fingertips away from each other. Pull knee to chest, nose to knee, left hand on the floor. Look forward, step your left foot forward, slide your hands forward and lift your right leg parallel to the floor, or your call. Take hand to left ankle, right leg up higher. Some people call this standing splits. You can also call it wannabe standing splits. IT band stretch, right foot outside left foot. Walk hands to your left, press hips to the right. So it's called a flow class, but it's not a super fast flow. There's parts that will be. Walk hands to center, uncross your legs, bow forward. Push down, stand up, stretch up. Bring palms to chest, arms by your side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor. Inhale, extend forward. Bend knees, step left leg back. Squeeze your legs, lift torso, lift arms. Again, back knee can be down. Support yourself from where you are. Lower hands to the floor. Three-legged dog, right leg up high. Open your hip, bend your top knee. Play with turning your left heel out a little bit. Push through your left hand, come up to your right fingertips. That might be it, or hover your right fingertips up off the floor. Stretch right knee away from right fingers away from right knee. Plant your palm, pull knee to chest, nose to knee, exhale. Look forward, step forward, slide your hands forward. Lift your back thigh. Legs straight, stay, or right hand, right ankle. Stretch your left leg higher. It might not feel like it's very high, or it might not look like it's very high, but extend out from the center of your hips through both feet. Lengthen your spine, hands to the floor, lift your right heel. Left pinky toe meets right pinky toe, walk your hands to the right. Shift your hips to the left. Enjoy your breath. Walk hands to center, uncross and bow forward. Press down, stand up, stretch up. Palms to chest, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, extend. Step right leg back. We're going to switch things up a little bit here. Lift torso, lift arms. Sky dive. Bring your arms by your side. Lean forward. Pull your navel in and up. Press your shoulders to the ceiling. I call it skydiver. I don't know, just from this aerodynamic sort of leaning forward. I imagine you're like that when you skydive. We're going to switch. Sweep arms forward, up and around for warrior two to your right. Sweep arms forward, up and around. Bend your right knee, left leg straight. Open your arms wide to the side. Turn your palms open for this variation. Get heavy in your feet. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Lift your chest. Stretch your arms long. It's nice to turn your palms up. Get heavy in thumbs, light in pinkies. Reverse warrior two. Lift your right arm, left arm along your left side. Feel free to grab your right wrist, pull up and to the left as you stay committed in your front thigh. Windmill your hands surrounding your right foot. Step to a plank pose. Grip with strong hands, straight, strong arms. Soften your knees to the floor. Melt your chest to the floor with straight arms. Bend your elbows straight back. This is a chaturanga variation. Up dog, push your arms straight, push your toenails into the floor, knees off the floor, legs straight. Pull your chest forward, lift your chin. Slide throat back, take your head back, look up. Down dog. This flow is starting out slow, but it will increase. Lift your right leg up, bend your right knee, open your hip. Turn your left heel out. Push your left hand, come to right fingertips. Hold or hover your right hand. To advance, lift your hips, turn your left bicep out. Take your right foot to the floor, right hand behind your head. Keep turning your left bicep out. Press your head back into your right hand. Extend through your right elbow tip. This is wild thing. Pull knee to chest, nose to knee, right hand back to the floor. Exhale. Look forward, step forward, lift torso, lift arms. Lunging warrior one, so your back heel points up. Skydiver, arms by side, lean forward. Pull your navel in and up. Shoulders high, arms straight, back leg straight. Pull your right hip back. Sweep arms forward, up and around, right foot in, left foot out. Bend your left knee over left ankle. Open left knee to the left. Turn your palms open. Get heavy in your thumbs, lighten your pinkies, and extend from the center of your chest out through your fingertips. Reverse warrior two, turn your left palm up, right arm along your right leg. Look up, stretch up. You can grab your wrist with your right hand. Windmill your hands to the floor surrounding your left foot. Slide your left foot back, step to a plank pose. Like before, you can use your knees or keep legs straight. Press your chest towards the floor first. Bend your elbows straight back and lower. All the way for a cobra, toenails down, chest forward, elbows bent, or up dog, toenails down. Push your hands down so much that your hips lift off the floor. Up dog, look forward or up. Down dog. I'm offering some variations as we go so you know how to play as we advance. Lift your left leg, bend your left knee, open your hip. Stretch high. Wild thing. Hips up, chest up, lean back. Knee to chest, nose to knee, exhale. Look forward, step forward. Lift torso, lift arms. Skydiver, arms by side, lean. Sweep arms forward, up and around, warrior two to the right. Inhale, reverse, right arm up. Hands to the floor. You can playfully kick, slide your right foot back. Bending your right leg, you can swing up with your left leg straight. Keep your arms straight and keep your gaze forward beyond the short edge of your mat. So I'm showing how you can work on it. Maybe you go to a vinyasa, maybe a child's pose, or a downward facing dog. Feel your breath. Right leg, lift it up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Stretch high, reach back. Turn your left heel out. Come up to right fingertips. Lift hips, lift chest. Keep turning your left bicep forward and out. Wild thing maybe. Knee to chest, nose to knee. Exhale. Right leg forward. Lunging warrior one. Lift your torso. Lift your arms, look up. Skydiver, exhale. Sweep arms forward, up and around. Warrior two. Whoa. Inhale, reverse. Windmill your hands to the floor. Playfully kick up. You can simply flow. You can press back to down dog. You can take a child's pose. Feel your breath, most important. Everybody take a child's pose, actually. Hips to heels, arms in front. Center yourself. Where is your mind? Where is your body? Come up high on the fingertips, lift your upper arms, pull your outer hips back and down. Plant your palms flat, shift forward all fours, press back, down dog. Lift heels, bend knees, look forward, step or lightly hop up. Lengthen your torso and fold. Push down through your feet, stand up, stretch up. Palms to chest, arms by your side. Utkatasana, bend your knees, sit deeply. Stay deep, lift your torso, lift your arms. Arms by your side, skydiver, lean forward, shifting your hips back, more weight into your heels. Keeping arms straight, lift your shoulders high to the ceiling. Push down to your feet, straighten your legs, lift your arms to the ceiling, stay here. Lift, lengthen. Option to take hands on hips, lift, lengthen, and curl back. You can do hands behind head, squeeze your elbows towards your face, stretch your elbows to the ceiling, or you can keep your arms straight, lift, lengthen, push down through your feet. Exhale, bow forward, squeeze your legs towards each other. Inhale, lengthen your spine, step or jump, plank pose. You can skip this part and go straight to your down dog. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Steady your hands, lift your right leg straight back. Bring knee to right shoulder. Inhale, take it back. Knee to left shoulder. You can play with pressing your left heel down when you do so. Take your right leg straight back. Bend your knee, open your hip, stretch high, reach back. Think of it more as a stretch, not wilding. Pull knee to chest, nose to knee, exhale. Look forward, step forward, similar but different. Lift your torso, lift your arms, lunging warrior one. Keep your right arm lifting, lower left hand inside your right foot. Squeeze your legs, lengthen to the top of your head. Twist your stomach to the ceiling, look up. Turn your right palm towards the top of your head. Take your right arm overhead, palm face down. Keep pressing your right thumb to the ceiling. Turn your left bicep to the left. Look down, lower right hand inside your right foot. Press left heel to the floor. Down dog lunge. Just like down dog, push your hands and hips away from each other. Like cow pose, encourage your inner thighs to press back and wide apart. Tuck your right hip under so right knee opens more to the right. Inside your right foot, place your right fingertips. If that's too far, take right forearm on your right thigh. Twist your stomach to the ceiling, look up. Left arm overhead, palm face down. You can also do a hand behind head. That's kind of nice on the shoulder and neck. It's gonna get fancy. Push down to your feet, stand up. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out. Warrior two, exhale, bend your left leg. Inhale, reverse, left arm up. Straightening out your left leg, lean to the left, long left side, grab your ankle to modify, or take your left hand outside your shin on the floor. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Twist your stomach to the ceiling, look up beyond your right thumb. Stay mindful of your legs and feet. Push them down. Tone the muscles around your knees. You can take your right arm overhead, palm face down. You don't have to. Half moon, look down. Baby step, your right foot in, your left hand forward. So this is like an all levels class. So you have the invitation to stay with a straight top leg, or bring your right arm along your right side. Pull your top thigh back, Pull your top shoulder back. Keeping this, bend your top knee, catch your foot maybe. Pull hip and heel together, stage one. Maybe you kick your foot back. These are playful options. You don't have to go for the crazy back bend part. Lower right hand to the floor, right foot next to left foot. Grab your left big toe with pointer, middle finger, and thumb of your left hand. Take your right hand to your hip. Push down through your right foot, lift your left leg. If that's like, haha, yeah, right, you can bend your knee and interlace your fingers around your shin to modify here. We work from where we are. And if we consistently do that work, we do expand. Open, right arm to the right, left leg to the left. Again, your leg can be bent and you can be holding onto your shin with your left hand. Gaze beyond your right thumb. Look forward, bend your left leg, bring your heel to your hip, catch hold of the top of your left foot behind you. Lift your right arm. Option, you can do hand behind head. Stretch your knee to the floor and your elbow to the ceiling. Kick up, kick back. If you want your hand on the inside edge, that's totally cool, but make sure your arm is externally rotated. Hand on the inside edge of your foot. If you have room, your right arm should be straight. Stand up, squeeze your knees together. Step your left leg 3/4 of the way back. Lift your left arm to the ceiling, bring your right arm behind your back, reach for your outer left thigh. Pushing through your feet, look up, stretch up. Exhale, bow halfway forward, stretch your belly side longer. Lower left hand on either side of your front foot. You may need to lengthen your stance or widen it. Squeeze your hips towards each other, feet towards each other. Keep twisting your stomach to the ceiling. Right hand can stay on your hip or lift your right arm to the ceiling, look up. Right arm can go overhead if that seems to serve your shoulder. I like it, so I do it a lot. Look down, push down, stand up. It's goddess pose, so I'm sorry about the view, but bend your knees, knees over ankles. So you can take your hands to your knees. Like cow pose, work on getting your inner thighs down, your sitting bones wide. And this can be a nice restful variation for you, or you can use your muscles, pull your heels towards each other, lift your pelvic floor, and take your palms to your chest. I think maybe on the other side, I'll be facing you, so that'll be good. Feel free to stay static, or you can dance around a little bit. Take your arms forward, palms up. Get heavy in your thumbs, lighten your pinkies. Pull your arms out to the sides to engage your upper back. Press your thumbs back. Stretch your arms straight up. Push your legs straight, palms to your chest. Turn your feet parallel to the short edges of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Push your hips through your feet. Lift your chest to the ceiling. Look up, inhale. Exhale, bow. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Place your palms on the floor. Lengthen your spine. Mission 1, get your legs straight, arms straight. Assuming they're straight, melt your chest to the floor, then bend your elbows between your legs. Push your hands down and towards your head. Pull your chest through your legs. Inhale, lengthen your torso. Turn your left foot to the front right corner of your mat. Bend your right knee over your left, I meant left knee over left ankle. Mission 1, stay here, or get your left hip closer to your left heel. Turn your right toes to the ceiling, sit deeper. So it's like a deep squat in your left leg, And your right leg is straight and strong. Heel pressing down, heel pulling back to strengthen your hamstring muscles. Take palms to chest, otherwise fingertips to the floor. To advance, you can extend your arms straight. This is called flying monkey. I learned it at Moksha Yoga and Modern Yoga in Phoenix, in Scottsdale. Rotate your forearms or your upper arms down, bend your elbows, bind your fingers by your left hip crease. Twist your belly and chest to the ceiling. If you're not binding, it's totally fine. You can still twist your belly to the right. Look down, unbind, turn over your left leg, facing the front of your mat. You're now in a lunge. Lower your right knee to the floor. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Lift your torso, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Bring yourself back to a down dog. We're gonna modify this sequence a little bit. Feel free to hold your down dog or vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, bend your elbows. Inhale, up dog, pull your chest forward, stretch your toes back. Down dog, push back. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, hug it in. Inhale, take it back. Left knee, right shoulder, press the sole of your right foot down, so your right toes point to the right. Take it back up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Push your arms longer. Knee to chest, nose to knee. Exhale. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, rise. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Look up, stretch up. You can join your palms. Inside your left foot, place your right fingertips. You can plant your palm. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Twist your stomach to the ceiling, look up. Take left arm overhead, palm face down. Stretch left arm long. You can look beyond your left fingertips. Down dog lunge, hands to the floor. Right heel down. Push your hands diagonally to the right. Push your inner thighs back to the wall behind you and widen your sitting bones apart. Keep your right leg like this as you tuck your front hip under. Inside your left foot, place your left fingertips. Turn your stomach to the ceiling, lift your right arm. Keep pushing left arm and left leg into each other. Turn your right arm, take it overhead, palm face down. Stretch right leg longer, right arm longer, look up. Push down to your feet, stand up, arms to the side. Turn your left foot in, turn your right foot out. Bend your right knee, warrior two. Stay deep, reverse, right arm up, lean back, look up. Straighten your right leg, lean to the right, triangle pose. Grip with strong feet. Pull your feet towards each other. Twist your stomach to the ceiling, look up. Left arm overhead, palm face down. Head behind head is always a fun choice if you have like neck stuff, shoulder stuff. Half moon pose, look down. Baby step, your left foot in, right hand forward. Stack your left hip on top of your right hip. This is half moon. Straighten your top leg. To advance, left arm along your left side. Pull your top thigh back, top shoulder back. Bend your top knee, catch your foot. Here, good. Heel to hip. Or pull your tailbone in, push your foot away from your hips and your hips away from your foot. Be strong in your standing leg. Look down, lower left fingers to the floor, left foot next to right foot. Grab your right big toe with pointer, middle finger, and thumb, left hand to hip. Bend or straight, lift your right leg. You have to push down through the foot you do have on the floor. Yoga is always teaching us about life, you know? We gotta use what we have, expand from there. Open right leg to the right, bend or straight. Open left arm to the left for this variation. Look beyond your left thumb as you keep pushing your foot to the right or knee. Look forward, standing thigh stretch. Simply catch your foot, heel to hip, squeeze your knees, hand behind head, stretch your left elbow up. To transition, your hand is either on the outside edge of your right foot or the inside edge. Stretch your left arm up, kick back. Push through your standing leg, kick up, kick back. Push through your standing leg, kick up, kick back. Squeeze your knees, step 3/4 of the way back. Angle your back toe sharply forward. Lift your right arm, left arm behind your back. Reach for your outer right thigh with your left hand. Look up, stretch up. Fold halfway forward. Right hand can grab your ankle to modify. Pinky toe edge is harder. Big toe edge is more accommodating. Squeeze feet towards each other. Pull your left hip back, away from your head. Lengthen top of head away from hips. Look up, option to turn your arm and take it overhead. Look down, push down, stand up. Goddess pose, turn your heels in, toes out. Option 1, take hands to knees and work on sinking your thighs parallel to the floor. Stay there, or maybe palms to chest. Goddess is one of those poses that at first can seem really, really hard, but then eventually you can work up and hold your time longer and longer. If you're into that kind of thing. Take your arms forward, turn your palms open, take your arms out. Thumbs back, shoulders back. Stay deep, stretch your arms up. Push your legs straight, palms to chest. Turn your feet parallel to the short edges of your mat. Behind your back, interlace your fingers. You can also do hands to hips if that's too much on your arms. Stretch your knuckles back to the wall behind you and a little bit down towards the floor. Lift your chest forward and up. Look up. Keep your legs straight. Exhale, bow forward. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Stretch your knuckles up to the ceiling and away from your upper back. Tone your legs from the ground up. The body's forgetful, the mind is forgetful, so you just keep recycling instructions. When you hold a pose, you just keep reminding your body to be awake, to be present. Same with our mind. Where am I? Bring the fingertips to the floor, please. Lengthen your spine out of your hips. Turn your right foot to the front left corner of your mat. Bend your right knee over your ankle. This is good enough. Work here. You can lengthen your stance. Work on sitting your right heel and hip close together. If your right heel lifts up, please go to an earlier stage, higher up. I want you to work on keeping your right heel down. Keeping your right heel down, turn your left toes up. Press your left heel down and drag it isometrically back. So your hamstring muscles turn on. Hands on the floor or palms to chest. Squeeze your arm and leg into each other. Turn your belly to the left. Pull your shoulders back. This is your pose, or extend your arms straight. Keep pushing your arm and leg into each other. Internally rotate your arms, so turn your thumbs down, palms down, exaggerate that rotation, Bend your elbows and bind your hands by your right hip crease. Do what you can. Squeeze feet towards each other. Twist your belly to the left. Look beyond your left shoulder. Unbind. Look down. Turn over your right leg for a lunge. Lower your left knee to the floor. Squeezing your legs, lift your torso, lift your arms. Look up, stretch up. Inside your left foot, inside your right foot, place your left hand. Right arm to the ceiling. Turn your right foot to the right, 90 degrees. You can work on twisting right fingertips to the back of your mat, or take your right palm on your right thigh. Squeeze your front heel and back knee towards each other. So you're doing a twisting lunge. Option to grab your back foot. Drag your back knee isometrically forward, then bend your knee. So you're not using your hamstring to get your foot. Scoot your left butt cheek to meet your heel. Squeeze your front heel, back knee towards each other. Lengthen your spine. Twist your belly and chest to the ceiling. If you can keep your heel and hip touching, feel free to take your left forearm down to the floor. Squeeze legs towards each other. Lengthen your spine. Twist open. Enjoy your breath. Softly lower your left toes to the floor. Shift your hips back. Straighten out your front leg. This is a hamstring stretch. Listen to your hamstrings. Press your heel down, drag it back. Pull your chest forward. Work on long spine, long right leg. If you're quite flexible, you can work on sitting your hips back to your left heel with your left toes curled under. That's an added bonus. I'm being a little bit playful. Feel free to deepen. If you are very, very flexible, you can play with Hanumanasana. Bend your right knee. Keep dragging, keep scooching your left leg back, stretching your right leg forward. It doesn't have to be your fanciest Hanumanasana, but you can work towards a variation of splits with your right leg forward, your left leg back. Folding forward seems to really help me in my Hanumanasana. Pull your right heel back, your right hip back, bowing inside your right leg. Get low and work on pulling right heel back, left knee forward, tone your pelvic floor, and push out through your legs. Again, you don't have to be doing this at all. You can be simply stretching your hamstring. Option here, Hanumanasana into down dog. So if you're in the hamstring stretch, you just bend into your front knee. Press back, three-legged dog. Maybe you go to wild thing, maybe you're just stretching yourself out in your down dog. Hips up, chest up, hand behind head, or right arm straight, maybe hand to the floor. Pigeon pose. Hallelujah. Right knee forward and to the right. Pigeon pose is usually the one that everybody loves. But if you have grumpy knees and this doesn't suit your body, please feel free to lie on your back and cross your ankle over your knee instead. So while you're holding pigeon, I'll show you that just in case you are having knee grumpiness. You would lie on your back and you would cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. You can pull your legs into your chest and interlace behind your left thigh or left shin. Similar, but different. Okay. You're still holding your pigeon. Keep working on pulling your right outer hip crease back. Turn your inner left thigh up. One more breath here. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Walk your hands back, sit up tall. Pull your right heel close to your groin. If this transition doesn't work for you, simply press back to down dog for it, and I'll show you. Lean into your right hip, swing your left leg forward. With your left leg straight, open your right knee to the right for Janu Shirshasana. So right heel deep into your groin, left hand outside left hip. Otherwise, you're stepping back to down dog, working your legs forward and sitting down. Okay, lengthen your low back, low belly, stage 1. If you can't get your low back to lift straight up and down, that's where you're gonna work. Sit up on something to modify. Stay here, or if you can get your low back in, feel free to bow forward over your straight leg. Keep working your left hip back. Melt your right ribs towards the floor. Lift your left ribs towards the ceiling. Stretch right knee more to the right. It's easy to forget about the right knee while you're doing all those other things. Feel free to hold your foot with both hands as long as your left leg is straight and strong. Lift shoulders to the ceiling. Pull shoulder blades down towards your hips. Inhale, lengthen your torso. Sit up tall. Lean your right hand back behind you. This is Stargazer. Lift your hips. Left sole of foot on the floor, right shin on the floor, right palm on the floor. Turn your right bicep out. Take your left arm overhead, palm face down. It's a fancy pose. I learned it from Christina Sell. Hips to the floor. Face the front of your mat. Navasana. Bend your knees. Lift your lowest lower back. Lean back. Lift your arms. Work on leaning back and lifting your feet up. Squeeze your legs. Lengthen your spine. Maybe work on straightening your legs. We got a special appearance from Miss Charlie the Pomeranian. Squeeze legs. Lift low back. Lengthen to the top of your head. Bend your knees. Take the soles of your feet to the floor, hip distance parallel. Lean back and place your palms flat on the floor. Fingertips turn to the long edges of your mat. All that work you did in down dog, please turn your biceps out and towards your pinky finger on both hands. Biceps out towards your pinky fingers. Lift your chest, chin to chest. Stay here or lift your hips. This is Purvottanasana, tabletop pose. Grip with strong hands, turn your biceps out, lift your chest, lift your hips, push inner knees down through your inner feet. Stay here, or lift chin, slide your throat back like double chins, press your head towards your upper back. Chin to chest, hips to the floor. Lean forward and cross your ankles. You can vinyasa or simply step back to a down dog. Since we're doing a flow class, I'll throw a vinyasa in here. Step your left leg forward. Softly lower your right knee to the floor. Lift your torso, lift your arms, look up, stretch up. Practice squeezing front leg, back leg towards each other. Lower your right hand to the floor, twist your belly to the left. You can simply work on this twist, turn your left foot out. It gets into a deeper hip opener when you turn your left foot out. Just a different hip opener, we'll say. Drag your back leg forward, bend your back leg, catch the pinky toe edge of your foot. See the big gap between my foot and my hips. Stick your hips back to meet your heel. Keep your heel touching your bottom. Lift your low belly, lengthen your spine. See if you can sit deeper while you keep your heel and hips touching. It's a little work here. Hand is good on the floor, or if you can keep your hips touching heel, forearm can be a nice variation. Squeeze legs, lengthen your spine, twist open, look up. Sorry about my dog in the background, I hope you can't hear her. Lower your right toes to the floor, shift your hips back for a hamstring stretch. Press left heel down. Remember, you can have your right hip and heel together. You can have your right thigh more vertical, straight up and down. Dragging your back or your left heel back. Or work on your splits variation. It's nice to keep walking your back leg back and then fold. This is just a variation. This is not the way to do Hanuman. It's a way to do it. So as I bow forward, I can sink into it a little bit more. Squeeze legs towards each other. As you pull your back knee forward, pull the top of your right thigh back. Pull your tailbone down and lift your lowest lower belly in and up. Stretch out through your feet, Hanumanasana. It's definitely not a crowd pleaser, but it's nice to do the things you don't always do. Gotta make some progress by touching into them every once in a while. But if you want to make a lot of progress, you do it more often. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Lengthen your spine. Bend your left leg to the left. Oh, I forgot we're doing down dog. Take your left leg up and back. We're going to go to wild thing. Stretching here is good, or right heel to the right, hips up, chest up. Turn your right bicep out, out, out. Throat back, head back. Maybe your hand touches down, so you're doing like a funky back bend variation. Knee to chest. Left knee to the left. This is pigeon pose. Walk your hands forward. Enjoy your breath. That's the message again and again. Is just be here with your breath. My mom just sent me a picture of my daughter doing a cute yoga pose. So easy to get caught up in all the things we have to do, and we forget about simply being in the moment with our breath. And it's said so often, it just starts to feel trite and like it doesn't mean anything. But just, even being with your little fluffy dog for a minute, feeling the sunshine on your face, really looking into the eyes of a loved one can mean so much. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Lengthen your spine. Sit up tall. Feel free to step back to down dog to transition to this pose. Otherwise, point your left toes, pull your heel towards your hip. I'm going to show you the down dog transition just so you know. So step back, down dog. Then you can walk your knees forward, cross your ankles, and stretch your legs forward. So Janu Shirshasana would be left knee bent to the left. All right. Lift your lowest lower back. Lift your low belly. Turn your belly to the right. Keep lengthening, twisting. This is good work. Stay here. Oh yeah, and breathe. Assuming your low back is lifting, lean forward. Anchor your right hip, pull it back, press your chest forward, grab your shin, ankle, or foot, lengthen, press your left ribs towards the floor, right ribs towards the ceiling. Feel free to hold your foot with both hands if your leg is straight. Stretch through your left knee. We're almost done, friends. Inhale, lengthen your torso. Sit up tall. Lean your left hand back behind you. Stargazer, lift your hips. Straight right leg, left leg bend. Take your right arm overhead and stretch from your right foot through your right fingertips. Lower your hips to the floor. Navasana, it will be brief. Lift your low back. Feel free to work with your fingertips on the floor behind you and work on getting your feet up. You can work the pose in stages. You can do feet up, legs straight. You can work on bent legs, straight arms. You just do what you can and see if, like, can I do that part? How about that part? How about this? You just play with it. This time, straight legs. If that's too far, bend your legs, no big deal. Fingers turn to the long edges of your mat. Turn your upper inner arm out, out, out. Lift your chest. Stay here. Or lift your hips. Press your heels down. Lift your chest. Lift your hips. Lift your chin. Pull throat back, head back. Stretch your hands down through the floor. Chin to chest. Hips to the floor. Lie down on your back. Bend your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and rock yourself side to side. So this is just a fun, playful flow, or at least I hope it was fun for you. Rocking yourself side to side, just let your back get a little massage. And keep the same sort of action, lower the soles of your feet to the floor, and you can rock them side to side like windshield wipers. So feet stay on the floor, but they're just going side to side. Bring your arms like a saguaro cactus, elbows bent, backs of hands to the floor. Rest with your knees to the right. Turn your left inner thigh or your left outer hip towards your right knee. I don't know if I said that right. Pull your inner left thigh back to the wall behind you. Press your left inner thigh towards the ceiling. Just hold and breathe if all that sort of sounds crazy, like crazy, too many details. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Push your knee and foot into each other. Stretch your left knee towards the front right corner of your mat. Pull your belly to the left, look to the left. Look to the ceiling, uncross your legs. Bring your hips a little to the right, knees to the left. Turn your outer right hip towards your left knee. Pull your inner right thigh back to the wall behind you. Press your inner right thigh to the ceiling. It's like you're trying to press your right hip bone towards the ceiling. Keep that, or cross your left ankle on your right thigh. So you push your inner right thigh to the ceiling, and you'll feel your foot and knee push into each other. Use your foot to stretch your thigh towards the front left corner of your mat. Pull your belly to the right. Look to the right. Remember to enjoy your breath. Look to the ceiling. Uncross your legs. Shift your knees to the ceiling, hips to the center. Take your feet a little wider than your mat. Than your hips, Bring your inner knees together and bring one palm to your heart and one palm to your lower belly. Close your eyes here and relax the back of your head, shoulders, and hips into the floor. As you enjoy a couple of breaths here, feel your body on the floor. Feel the gift of your own awareness. Choose to stay here with your body. Stay here with your breath. Feel free to stay mindful here in this pose as long as it feels good for you. Otherwise, stretch your legs out straight. Turn your palms open slightly away from your hips. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Close your eyes. Keep relaxing here. With your eyes closed, practice offering a sense of trust and faith. Find a sense of peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Breathe peace into your body, peace into your mind, peace into your heart. Feel free to keep resting or wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms and legs as you wish. Please bend your knees, roll to one side, rest your head in your upper arm. Feel your body on the floor, find your breath. Use your arms, press yourself back to seated. Join your palms in front of your chest. Lift the brightness of your heart up into your hands. May we bring the gifts of this practice out into the way we lead our lives. So we're not just necessarily paying attention to our body all day when we're moving, although we should. But the idea is we use that skill that we've cultivated on our yoga mat to bring our awareness to our thoughts, to where is our mind on a day-to-day basis, moment-to-moment basis. For our mind is our experience of what's happening. And if we can train our minds, let's not even go there, but if we can at least watch where our minds are, where they tend to go, maybe we have a better opportunity to perhaps channel our minds to go in a direction we'd prefer them to go. Take a deep breath. To close, we'll finish with one Om. Release your exhale. Inhale. The goodness in me honors the goodness in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming to play. Feel free to feel free to leave a comment below if you have any critiques on the video, any suggestions for future videos. Please like, share, subscribe, do that thing. Thanks again. Hope you have a great day.